Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our title action continues now for the vacant Quest Female Regional Featherweight Championship. So please put your hands together and welcome our first challenger into the Jamie Arena to make some noise for Sasha O'Donnell. And now we welcome her opponent into the arena. Our second challenger for the championship this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Molly, the Pitbull Allsop. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our title bout brought to you in association with RDX Sports, the official fight gloves of Quest, BoxFit UK, the UK's leading boxing equipment superstore, and CB Events and CB Events Security. So introducing to you first, our first challenger for the championship, standing and boxing out of the blue corner. Tonight, representing the Pure Boxing Gym in Basingstoke. Please show your appreciation and welcome, Sasha O'Donnell. Her opponent tonight standing across the ring, boxing out of the red corner. Our second challenger for this championship here this evening, representing the Storm Gym in Luton. Please make some noise for Molly, the Pitbull Allsop. This regional title showdown to be fought over 4 2-minute rounds. Our timekeeper of the bell, Mr. Peter McCann. Our referee in charge of the action, Mr. Jimmy Hornet.
Next up tonight, we've got Sasha O'Donnell against Molly Allsop. It's a rematch. The last contest was a really interesting fight, one that Molly Allsop come out winner of. But obviously Sasha O'Donnell fancies herself in the rematch. She's come back for another.
Yeah, I mean, I watched this fight back last week to remember why I thought it was so good, and it lived up to all the original memories of watching this ringside. You know, she's called the Pitbull, Molly Allsop, in the sort of gold and black shorts, but, you know, this fight was exactly like this. The first moment they both went at it, and this is going to be exactly the same, a carbon copy, I think.
Yeah, they both just come out, didn't they, and really went for it. And I remember I was speaking to Molly Allsop afterwards, because I was impressed with the pair of them and how well they boxed, but obviously Molly Allsop got the win. I was particularly impressed with her that night. But it's always interesting. I love a rematch because it makes you think, like, what has Sasha O'Donnell seen or felt when she was in there that makes her think that it's going to be a different outcome this time.
Both straight. This is basically how the first fight, for fans that hadn't seen their first contest at the Epsom Downs Racecourse in Surrey early on last season. They just went at it like this, hammer and tong for the 3 rounds. This is over 4 rounds. This is for the regional title, and I just think, you know, if you put this fight on 10 times, you'd get this same sort of this same type of fight 10 times.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking, do you know what? If you took the breaks out, you went, instead of doing 4 2-minute rounds, you're going to do 8 minutes straight off. It'd be like this all the way through. They would not take a breath. They're, yeah, I remember the last fight, just sitting here ringside, and just go. I think I even said on the night, it's probably one of the fights of the night. It was a Well, just exactly this, what we're seeing in front of us.
The work rate. The one thing I mean, this maybe slightly different. Good shot there from Sasha O'Donnell. Is Molly Allsop's come into this. The last time that they were due to fight, it didn't happen, and they both weighed in on the scales practically identical. But this time, Molly Allsop's come in about sort of. I can't remember the difference on the scales, but she was heavier than her last fight, and she said she's done a lot more sort of strength and conditioning work coming into this fight. So she said she feels stronger, and I think, you know, she's called a pit bull for a reason. Her mum sort of said she's just like a little pit bull, and that opening 2 minutes was just non-stop from start to finish.
How do you throw that many punches? I don't think I threw that many punches in my whole career, let alone in 2 minutes. It's the level of energy these two have got, and their commitment to using that energy is absolutely ridiculous.
It's unbelievable. I mean, the way that they could do that for just throwing those shots, you know, for a solid 2 minutes, and I like we said, they'll do that for the rest of the fight, guaranteed.
Yeah. Neither one of these will want to take a backward step.
And straight off the blocks, you know, back to where they are, centre of the ring, throwing big shots. And big shot there from. The
thing is, as well, they're both picking. I've seen fights where fighters come out and they go, "I'm just going to throw everything at them," and it's wild, and they literally just throw everything they can. Pretty much everything they're throwing, they're thinking about. And it's really unusual to have that level of work rate and that level of accuracy and thinking about what you're doing and what you're throwing. Usually what you see is like in a fight of this level of intensity, this level of work rate, it's a little bit wild. Shots are coming in from all different angles, but both of these are throwing shots and putting them where they want to put them. Real good work here from Molly Allsop. The problem that Sasha O'Donnell's got is that even with the success that she is having, and she is having a fair amount of success as well, Molly Allsop is the aggressor. And when you're, I mean, I'd love to have a punch count on this fight because it'd be ridiculous, but when there's this many shots being thrown, even if it's 50-50 shots landed, the one coming forward, pressing the action, is the one that's catching the judge's eyes. Oh,
big shots there from sort of from Molly Allsop, but you know, equally when they're both landing, both of them are having their successes, and it's really hard. You know, like it's just such a good fight for the fans. I mean, how are you scoring it, Dan? Because
we're supposed to be scoring it, are we, Alan? I was just sitting here watching it.
Let's have an opinion, but
I can't tell you how many times I've sat here and shook my head at just how much action is in this fight. It's unbelievable that anyone can come out for 2 minutes and do that. They've just done it for 4, and they will do it for 8.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard not to be impressed by the fact that the work rate, I mean, they're both sort of like little pocket rockets, and they're both going at it. And I mean, I'm sure if that was my daughter in there, I know it sounds stupid, but I'd be grimacing every time because they're, you know, but
I'd be throwing the towel in, I would.
You know, the emergence of sort of women's boxing and how it's come on in so much over the last sort of 5 years, thanks to the likes of like Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, you know, Clarissa Shields. These girls are now, there's a lot of respect for the girls that, you know, do box, and it used to be sort of frowned upon, but this is why it's not now. This is the type of fight that gives it credibility.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of female boxing. I actually, when I went into coaching, I was coaching a female as a professional. I'm a big fan. I've got 2 girls myself, and one of them really loves boxing. Always tells me, I want to be a boxer like Daddy. And it's not because if that was my daughter, I'd throw the towel. I wouldn't want my son in a fight like this. This must be a hard watch for anyone who's emotionally invested in this one.
Oh, big shots there. They're both landing big shots. I'm saying that, big shots from Molly Allsop, but equally Sasha O'Donnell has landed some cracking shots.
Yeah, she is. She's landing some good shots, and you can see that they have an effect. They sort of do make Molly Allsop think for a second, but not a second longer than that.
And we're in round 3 here, sort of second minute of round 3. 4 rounds in total for the vacant regional featherweight title. And, again, like the first fight, Molly Allsop, Sasha O'Donnell giving the fans something to go away and remember.
I remember now why I absolutely loved their first fight, because it was exactly the same as this. And again, I'm sure I mentioned on there that was probably the fight of the night, and this is gonna take it again tonight.
Oh, big shot! Oh, and again, some really punishing shots there landed by Molly Allsop.
Sasha O'Donnell's got a big.
She's got a welt.
Yeah, big bruise above her left eye. I genuinely, I'm just sitting here and I'm just in awe at the way these two fighters are going at it. I've never in my whole career been involved in a round of boxing as action-packed as this. And they've done it. This is round 4 coming up now. Yep.
And you know that they're going to, the work output, the shot output is going to be exactly the same in this fight, or this last round, sorry, than the 2 previous ones. Well, here we go, Dan. 4th, final round. Referee Jimmy Horgney pulls them into the centre of the ring. We've got a bit of Vaseline there that's just suddenly found its way into the ring.
Come out of the pocket of the coach, I think.
Oh! Molly Allsop comes straight out.
I would love to go and sit in the gym and watch these girls train. It must be absolutely madness to watch these two train, because they're both so fit and so willing to put it all on the line.
Yeah, and that's that kind of gut check where, sometimes when you're sparring, and you'll take some big shots and you'll take a breather, but, there's no sort of half measures with anything either of these girls are doing.
Big right hand landed there from Allsop. Sasha O'Donnell just...
But she comes back again.
Yeah. I mean, take it back to the scoring. I think Molly Allsop has had the better of each and every round. They've all been close. They've all been action-packed, but I think Molly Allsop has been the one that's been pressing the action, landing the cleaner shots.
But neither of them, when they have caught the other clean, have looked, even phased by it.
No, they just keep coming. They're both absolute warriors. But let's not take anything away. I mean, boxing doesn't work that way. But wouldn't it be great to go? You're both winners because you've entertained us.
Yeah.
Oh, Sasha O'Donnell starting to look a little bit disorganised now. The shots seem to be having a bit more of an effect.
Oh, that eye. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, please show your appreciation for both warriors here in the ring. An absolutely fantastic bout. But after 4 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards with a unanimous decision. Your winner of the bout and the new Quest Regional Featherweight Champion, Molly the Pitbull Allsop.
Yeah, I agree. I think for the whole of that fight, Molly Allsop just had the edge. But Sasha O'Donnell played more than her part. It's got to be fight of the night, Alan.